Is it possible to practice Judaism without knowing Hebrew? You won't be surprised to hear that the answer is almost entirely yes. You will be slightly surprised to hear that this may be the better option for those that don't know Hebrew, and you'll be very surprised to hear that on a mystical level, there are certain advantages that only a non-Hebrew language brings. It goes without saying that the meaning of the prayers is more profound and of the Torah more original in the Holy Tongue. However, most opinions agree that it's a priority the words are understandable, applicable, and evoke a connectedness to God. So using a language you understand is more than kosher, but just to temper your expectations, you likely won't be able to lead prayer services or chant the Torah reading. Though I once witnessed a fully observant prayer service in the south of Ukraine where all the congregants grew up under communism and didn't know how to read Hebrew. It was conducted completely in the local language. In Kabbalah, the difference between Hebrew and the other languages is like the difference between stones and bricks. Stones are God-made and bricks are man-made. Of course, if someone had a pile of stones in the perfect shape, that would involve the least work and make for the strongest building. But in most cases, stones are not accessible in the desired form, and that's where brick makers come in. And when bricks are created and utilized for this purpose, they sometimes tell a story that stones cannot. So mystically, using a local language for a spiritual pursuit is seen as an elevation of an area that Hebrew could not reach on its own. I'll end with the well-known story of the Balchto. Toward the end of the Yom Kippur service, it was evident on the Balchto's face that he was not optimistic about the year upcoming, and his congregants and followers were pouring their hearts out, of course in the original Hebrew, praying for a nullification of this decree. Out of the blue comes a local farm boy who clearly was illiterate, went up to the front of the sanctuary and called out from the bottom of his heart, "Kukariku," which was all he knew how to articulate from observing the roosters that he took care of. The more zealous congregants attempted to shush him, but the Baal Shem Tov waved his hand, instructing them to let him be. Later, after the service, the Baal Shem Tov's face shone with happiness, and he explained to his followers that it was this crude and inarticulate call which brought about a sweet new year.